It's your boy Moad here. If you don't know me and you're new to the channel, my name's Moad, 23, and I am an aspiring entrepreneur, work on my own online fitness business, and I am a civil engineer / quantity surveyor. This is a video for those who want to achieve in 2025, overperform, and basically just get ahead of everybody. Now, this is what worked for me this year, and I'll continue to do over in 2025. I thought I would just share them with you guys, but this is my blueprint on how to get ahead in 2025. Let's get right into it. So firstly, step number one is identify your goal and track your goals. Track everything. This doesn't have to just be corresponding to weight loss or muscle gain. It's not even fitness related. This is just tracking your goals in general. Now, I've done this with my fitness, I've done this with my business, and I've done this with my personal development. Now, keeping tabs of daily accountability, making sure that I'm getting the right things in, the most important things in, and tracking my inputs. Why do I do this? It's because firstly, it allows me to stay accountable, because I need to fill these in. If I don't fill these in, I can't track my progress, and therefore I don't know what I've achieved and what I haven't achieved. So it's an element of accountability that I put on myself to make sure that I get the things that I need to do done. Now, in terms of my business, this allowed me to track every single pound that I would make and spend for my business and my personal life as well. I know exactly where every pound is going, so it allows me to basically just be accountable with my money, be responsible and adjust carefully, put the right amount in when it's needed, save that amount, etc. So this helped me a lot. Personally, it's allowed me to quit my job and start my own business. So I believe that it works, and I encourage you to do the exact same. Tracking your goals also allows you to reflect. Now, a lot of people just do and do and do, but never reflect. How do you know if the thing you did worked? You need to think back and reflect, because sometimes you can't see your success until you actually look backwards. Because this happened to me a lot. I'd always think I'm not doing good enough, but then I neglect everything that was happening to me 6 months ago. So make sure that you're tracking and staying accountable and reflecting. That's what tracking allows you to do. So do not underestimate the power of tracking. Honestly, track every single thing you do. There's no excuse, man. There's apps out there, there's spreadsheet, you can use anything, man. So make sure that you track everything that you do, and you won't regret it. Number two, learn to say no. Now this one's a bit tough, yeah, because a lot of people value work-life balance. However, when you want to get ahead of everybody, you do need to understand that you need to be putting more effort than everybody else. Otherwise, you're not going to be ahead, are you? To be an exception, you need to live like an exception. So that's going to take a hit on your personal life and your social life. Something is going to be sacrificed. For me, I'd rather sacrifice my social life, simply because I believe that nothing productive is going to happen. Now, that does also correspond to your social circle. If you've got a productive social circle, then by all means, socializing could also be part of your work. So that's what I prefer to do now. So rather than going out and doing nothing or doing something pointless, I'd like to go out and do some work with like-minded people. You know, for a coffee, or go to a lounge and sit down and exchange ideas and get some work done. So like that, I'm having fun, and at the same time I'm working on my purpose. And it's hard. A lot of people won't grasp it, but in this game of being your own boss and figuring things out, yeah, especially in early beginnings, you have to sacrifice. There is no work-life balance. You've just got to kind of work, because if you're not putting in the inputs, nothing will happen in your business. So you need to be setting up the right automations, you need to be setting up your funnels, you need to be interacting with people, posting content, all sorts, running paid ads. This is all you at the beginning. No one else is going to do it for you until you generate that income to start outsourcing these things. This is where I'm currently at. I'm trying to build enough revenue, invest it back into the business. Yeah? This sacrifice, you need to learn how to say no. Yeah? And well, a lot of people struggle. A lot of people are afraid to say no. They're afraid of people thinking they're a bit of a loser for not going out or socialising. Look, it all depends on how big your goal is. Yeah, no one's really going to encourage you or praise you when saying no, and people start thinking that you're neglecting them. And in a way, you are, but you're for your own reasons, and people always assume the worst. So take it with a pinch of salt. It's not fun, but you can make it fun if you do enjoy what you do. Depends on the person. Running a business is not easy, guys. You have to sacrifice some things, and I just choose to sacrifice my social life, because that's the one thing I believe personally that doesn't necessarily add much value to what I'm trying to do at the current moment. Number 3, time management. Listen, I can go on forever with this one, yeah. But guys, time management is the one thing, yeah, over the past year that's taught me a lot. Time management is the most important thing, yeah. How you allocate your time is the most important thing. You are not going to get away with it, yeah. You need to allocate your time to the most important things. So if you're trying to get in shape, you need to give yourself enough time to be getting the right food in. You need to give enough time to get in the gym and train hard. You need to give enough time to recover, yeah? Time important. If you're trying to run a business, you need to be getting the most important things done first, yeah? Now, the thing I didn't understand at the beginning was, I thought that I was working a lot on my business, and I was putting in the hours. However, I wasn't putting them in the right things. I was trying to make my service the best it could possibly be, like a perfectionist. However, you can have the cure to cancer, yeah? But if you're not going out there and marketing it and doing the important things, which is bringing in business, bringing in revenue, you're not going to sell nothing. So do the most important things first. If you're running a business, revenue is always number 1 at the beginning of every single business. Otherwise, nothing's going on and it gets frustrating. So make sure that you're doing and allocating the right things first. Prioritize the most important things, always. And then you can focus on the lesser things. I always like to put a to-do list together every single day. Without failure, I have to do this. This saves me the motion of kind of winging it. Winging it doesn't work. Yeah, wing it. You need to allocate time blocks. You need to know what you're doing, so you're not actually wasting time the next day figuring out what I need to do first. You should already have this set out, so you're not wasting any time. You need to know when I'm doing this, when I'm going to the gym, when I'm going to do my emails, when I'm going to post my content, when am I going to create it. Everything needs to be done, yeah? That's for me, that's work for me. So I'm just trying to give it to you guys. Make sure that you're allocating your time and not wasting a second of it, because every second will not come back. That's the most important thing. Time is the most important thing in this game. You need to be efficient with your time. You need to maximize the returns on your time, yeah? So always prioritize the most important things first. Number 4, be urgent with the inputs, but patient with the results. Now, this one is probably up there. It's tough, yeah, because you're doing the right things, you're doing them consistently, yeah? But the results are not coming, and it's daunting and it's frustrating. However, money, if you're going to look at that as the success, is a lagging indicator of success. You need to be doing the right things consistently before you get rewarded. That only happens with the things that are worth keeping in life. Yeah, nothing easy to acquire is worth having. Yeah, there's no shortcuts in the game. You need to put in the hours. You need to understand that you don't know nothing. You need to put in the hours. You need to learn. You need to be urgent about it. You can't just say I'm going to do it tomorrow, because tomorrow turns into next week, and next week turns into next month. Next thing you know, in 2026, man. Do you get what I mean? Wasting time. Be urgent with all the inputs that you put in. Educate yourself. Put in the hours. Make sure you put in the hours. Urgency is important in this game. Be urgent with what you do. Yeah? However, you've got to be very, very with the results. You can't cheat it. You can't just go to the gym and eat well for a day and expect a ripped six-pack the next. It just doesn't work like that. And it's the same way with business as well. You've got to put in the hours. You need to make sure that you're putting in the outreach and you're spending time marketing all of this stuff, and then hopefully at some point you get rewarded for the free content that you give out. And it's daunting, it's tough, however it's damn worth it. Now I think back to this time last year, and I was stood on the doors in this freezing cold weather, raining and doing long hours for pennies, and it's like, well, I'm not there anymore. Why? Because I was urgent in my inputs. I was making sure that I was putting in the work and doing the right things to be able to leave that job ASAP. Now it's put me in a different path where I have to be even more urgent. Why? Because if I don't become urgent, the results will always just keep on delaying. Now obviously everyone wants quick results, but you can speed the process. However, the principle is still the same. You've got to be urgent and patient with the outcome. Number 5, always invest in yourself. Listen, there is no limit to how much you can learn, okay? And if you think you know it all, you realise that you don't, and life is just always learning things. Now if I sit back and compare myself 6 months ago to where I am now, I've learned a lot. However, when I still think about what I'm trying to achieve, I'm clueless, you know? Where investing in yourself comes in. And don't be afraid to spend money to invest in yourself. That's one thing that I didn't want to do, particularly because I was like, you know, it's so hard and saving this money, and I'm just gonna go and give it to a mentor, or I'm gonna buy some books with it or some stuff, and I'm not going to have fun with it or try and invest it and make more money back. However, the reality is the best way to make a good return is by investing in your knowledge and your skills, rather than investing in like some meme coin hoping for it to go up, or investing in S&P 500 and thinking, you know what, I'm going to see a return in 50 years. Like, to me, that doesn't sound appealing. Why? Because I'm not trying to wait till I'm 50 to accumulate riches, you know? I want to be young, striving and benefiting from the success and benefiting from the hard work that I'm putting in. Now, the way to speed is generally just become better. Why? Because the time that you invest in working will multiply the amount of money that you make back, because you just have more to offer as a skill set. So invest in that. Invest in something that you're passionate about. It could be sales, it could be marketing, it could be anything. Honestly, just invest in your skills. Become the best at what you do, and hopefully with the right mindset and patience, you'll acquire it. You just need to, if the way I see it is, with capitalism in place and we're having to work for money, I'm a slave. So if I'm going to have to work for money regardless, I might as well be a well-paid slave. Okay, that's the way I see it. So we might spend the same 8-hour shift, but one person makes £12 an hour and the other person makes £100 an hour or £1,000 an hour. It's still the same amount of time, but so he's more efficient with the time that he exchanges, and that is a game changer. You're telling me if I can maximize the amount of money that I can make just by learning more, I'll be a fool not to do that. And that's why I invest in myself so much. Invest in my education. I read books, I sit down and watch videos, I speak to people, I try and get mentors. I've got a mentor as right now, and it's like, that of knowledge is priceless. Why? Because it allows me to do things that I never thought I can be able to do, and it maximizes the return on the amount of time that I put in. Yeah? So look in yourself, there's nothing wrong with paying for more knowledge. Stop trying to get the easy way out and looking for overnight success and just making money in your sleep. A lot of yous, yeah, try and make money in your sleep before you can even make it when you're awake. It doesn't work like that. Before you can start thinking about passive income, think about how much money you can maximize whilst working and being awake. Yeah, before you can start working smart. Work hard before you can work smart. Put in the graft, honestly. This is a big year, 2025. If you really push yourself, you can make some serious changes, guys. So, lock in. Now, if you are somebody that is serious and wants to get in shape this year, I do have a way to help you. If you go down to my link in the description, yeah, go to my website, you can access a free fat loss guide, yeah? You get a change already, which will teach valuable information, yeah? It will teach you valuable information on how to actually lose fat. Take it, because it's absolutely free, okay? But guys, I hope this video was meaningful to you guys, and I hope I helped some of you out. Now, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.